All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Indie Talks. My name is Ricari, and of course, you're here on the Humble Games YouTube channel. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday. It's been a long week, long year. 2020 was a long year, but yet we're here. We're still making it. We're still doing all the great things, and you guys are still here with us, so got to be happy about it, right? If you guys haven't caught an Indie Talks before, well, this is a show that we do here each and every week on this YouTube channel where we get to check out the latest and greatest, of course, that Humble Games has to offer, but also sit down with developers, sit down with our friends in the community, play through some games, give you a more in-depth look at some of the things, how they're created, why they're designed in a certain way. This is really your all-access pass to not only game development, the developers behind the games, but also the fans that play them. So in this show, you'll catch a lot of different things. We've done interviews, we've done gameplay sessions, actually. We're going to have a guest come on and join us today. Either way, we're glad you're here, and we're glad to make this happen. Now, again, I'm telling you right now that we are talking year in review. And we started to do this a bit last week, but we decided to hold off until this week, looking at all the great things that Humble has done over the last year. All the games that have been published, and I got to check my notes here. I want to say it's been about a bit over a game a month since May of 2020. And I bring up May because that's when Humble Games officially launched as a publisher. So in that time, there have been a ton of things, games that we've played on this stream, things like Cardo, things like Proteus. Oh, gosh, Eichenfeld. Well, we played Temtem when it did its PS5 early access recently. A whole slew, a plethora, Void Bastards. That's a favorite. Void Bastards and Temtem. And Proteus and Wildfire. Look, okay, all right. I have to stop picking through games because I feel like there's too many to check out. There's too many to play, but more importantly, I could just make this easy and show you guys a kind of year in review video. Does that work? That way I don't have to tell you about it. You can just watch and see. All right, let's do it.
Spring into action!
Oh, I told y'all, so many So many great games, and forgive me, this Crying Suns bit is going to disappear here for just half a sec. But there it is. This is what we're focusing on today, Crying Suns Advanced Tactics. And I gotta forgive y'all because my pup is running around and he just hit me in the leg and it almost scared me. Reggie, come here. Wanna say hi? No? I was gonna try and make him say hi to you guys, but either way. Maybe we'll get him on another stream. Like I mentioned, we do this each and every Wednesday here on the Humble Games YouTube channel, and that's from 12 to 2. And of course, we've got a Twitch channel that streams every Tuesday and Thursday as well. So if you know, YouTube isn't your place, if you enjoy checking out stuff on Twitch, make sure you tune in. We've got something for you 3 out of the 5 days of the week. Well, technically 3 out of the 7, but Saturday, Sunday, those are our days. We keep those to ourselves. All right, well, I think I'm about ready to jump in. You guys are ready. We can kind of just play this fresh. Oh, we saw him. We saw Reggie. Watch this. I'll get him. He's got to make an appearance. Come on. There's the big pup. Can you say this way? Look. There we go. That's all I wanted you to do. You just had to come say hello. It's a family affair. Okay. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. Now let's play. Shall we? Shall we? Let me make sure I hit the right one here. Let's go to gameplay. And bam, back in the game. So Crying Suns, this is an interesting one because like everything else, I'm kind of learning it as we go. It's this linear, almost text style game that's got some RTS elements to it. You know, I could sit here and talk to you about it, but I figure it's just gonna be more fun if we play it, yeah? And of course, I'm starting fresh. God, I love this music already. What is that? What is it? It's ugly. That's all I know. Where am I? The question of questions. Dwarves planted on the outer rim, most call it Hannah, if they call it anything at all. A top secret cloning facility for the Imperial forces. Huh. You're my Omni Guardian, huh? Or the Omni Guardian of this facility. Yeah, I don't understand either. You've died, Admiral, or to put it another way, the true version of you has died. So I'm just a knockoff now. You're his clone, identical to the original, Ellis, Idaho, in every possible way, with some minor differences. Do not know the details of my clones' lives. Wonder how many times I've been cloned. Need my help. Okay. You don't feel strange because you're sitting on the floor. Not just a machine ammo, an Omni. Or for Omni Mechanical Neon Intelligence. Oh, yeah, okay. Omni Mechanical Neon? The Emperor invented us. Now your kind relies on us for just about everything, huh? I believe the Empire is in danger. What are you talking of? Receive a single transmission. Melisium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped. Uh-oh. So we gotta check what's going on. Maybe this game, the whole premise of this game is we go check and they're okay. We, right? I don't have your kind's limitations. Oh! Yeah, you're so smart. What do you need me for? It prohibits. It's like the rule of robots, right? War is a human prerogative. Huh. I'm perfect for the job. I am the best of the best of the best, sir. With honors. My duty. Standard SOP requires I ask, can you recall any of your emotional memories? Linked to a strong emotion like love or hate. Not sure. I want to know what happened to the last me. That's what I really want to know. I wonder if I'm going to start to get these as we progress through the game. We'll find memories on the other hand. Those linked to idle training and combat experience almost immediately accessible. Okay. And this is important. If these emotional memories return, rather when they return, you must tell me immediately. Important for your safety. I feel, you know, look. I feel like something's off. You see it in my face. Something's off. I'm not fully trustworthy, this person that just woke me up. It was like, oh, we can't talk to anybody, but I need you. And only you. Okay, Caliban. Well, let's do a new run. I don't need to continue my game. We're gonna start brand new, chapter 1, Echoes. All right, ready to try again? Customize crew and battleship, and continue on. The Empire needs our help. Look at that achievement. Second coming, I'll take it. All right, so here's my battleship class. I've got the Excelsior class. Now, of course, because I haven't gone through an actual run, I don't have these other battleships. Not even the Chaos class, nor the Jericho. I made it just to the end where I was just about to unlock this, and that's where we're restarting. So upgrade levels here. We have 2 officers left to select, huh? So if I choose this, and this squadron, we'll play on normal. Let's do it. Let's run through. All right, let's select these officers. Let's see what their skills are. Let's see exactly what I need to go through here. Man in Hamilton. Advanced reload weapons, reload time minus 15%. And we're sold at 3.5 times the normal price in shops. Okay. See, it's interesting looking at these skills. Bob Lee. Squadron speed plus 25%. Yassine Rousseau, hull repair, half point per second. I like that emergency repair. I like that thrusters boost. I want to make sure I pick two people that don't necessarily have the same skills. So I got a soldier and a spy. I'm gonna pick one soldier, one spy. You know, these are my two. Officer Lee and Officer Rousseau. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's get into it. All right, so to give you an idea of what's going on, I'm starting way over here at the entrance to this particular system. You always start on the left-hand side, and you're trying to make your way to this exit, which is over here on the right. Now on the top, this is my neon or neo and fuel. This is basically how many spaces I can move in any given system at any given time, and it's important to keep an eye on because if you run out of those, you can't move and you have to wait a turn. And you know what? I made that mistake once. It was a PETA, but either way. This is my scrap. This is essentially my currency. This is what I'm going around trying to recover, and these are my commandos, my units that are doing different missions. To kind of give you a brief on what I'm looking to do or what these icons mean on this HUD. Long story short, heading one of these directions will basically push me through a turn. And at each of these locales is, like for instance here, you see that there's a ground signal, 2 anomalies, and a trading beacon. So a trading beacon, I can spend my scrap, pick up supplies like neon or things that I would need, or commandos. The anomalies, we'll kind of get into those as we go. And the ground signals, well, let's just do it. Let's just see. We'll head to Callaway. All right, so we hit that anomaly off the bat. I'm in the sector to do 2 things: snort neon powder and destroy battleships. I'm all out of neon powder. I didn't know we still said snort. Somebody snorted. Well, Skej, let's fight. Battle is imminent. So this is where I'm gonna jump in. You kind of see this battlefield that's here. Now I've got a couple of squadrons that I could send out. For instance, I've got this fighter and I've got this frigate. Now if I go look at my enemy and see what he's got this fighter, but it's a patched fighter. When it's deployed, its health is only at 15 of the 60 possible hit points. Basically, he's been through it. He's been through some stuff, and I'm easily gonna take him down. His hull's got 50 hit points. There it is. All right, scrap attack. All allied squadrons are always in a patch state. This is his, by the way. Whenever acquiring a new squadron, it comes as patched, but with a 30% bonus of unit value as scrap. Okay. On my end, my repair time is improved, while in the hangar by 50%. So I'm gonna choose Officer Rousseau with that whole repair bit. And for my squadrons, Bob Lee. Weapons won't have anything on them yet. We don't have an officer that's really gonna take advantage of that. It's not advantageous. Squadron attack recovery is twice as fast, but patch squadrons start at a quarter of their max health instead of half. Okay. Long story short, think of this kind of like rock, paper, scissors, right? Certain things do certain damage against other things. For instance, fighters, like I've got here, are vulnerable to frigates, but they're strong against drones. Drones are strong against frigates, but vulnerable against fighters, so on and so forth. So knowing that he's only got a fighter out there, you know what? I'm just gonna set this drone here and I'll set my fighters there. And I will sort of just let them go. I've got this weapon that's charging. It's gonna be about 20 seconds before it starts up. Let's see if they can engage, get in this fight. Now that they're taken out, we're gonna send my fighters over here and we're gonna try and take out what they can. He's got a recharge time on his unit that was destroyed. We're good now. Bam. Early game. Easy fight. Slight work. Good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. That's that RTS bit that I was telling y'all about earlier. I gotta pay real-time attention to what's going on. All right. So I've defeated that warring battleship. Now, you notice I came into the system and there's this bit of neon that's here. So when I hit scavenge, again, this is what I need to move around. Right now I can only move four spaces, whether that be in my local system map here, right? So I can go 1, 2, 3, or my star map as I'm trying to get through this entire system. So you always want to make sure you scavenge. He said he snorted it all, but I still see I have the opportunity to end up with as much as 3 neon. So we'll hit scavenge. I got 1. Basically, I got the breadcrumbs. The few crumbs that were left. If I pick that up, let's go through the local system map. Looks like there's another anomaly, so I can choose to spend this neon and head there. Why not? Let's go see if we can get some scrap. Imperial battleship, yet again. Speaking with Admiral Ellis, Idaho. The 3rd, the 2nd, the 15th. We don't know how many times we've been cloned. Pope Xenon. Xenon, can I hear you say zoom, zoom, zoom? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Anybody get that reference? You had to reach way back for it, but I know somebody would. It's about all my crew is abandoned ship, and well, I'm about to do the same. What's the point of going on fighting? No one's gonna turn the omnis back on. We might as well enjoy the little time we have left. It's yours if you want it. Oh, we just got some scrap without a fight. This guy took off. Positive outcome. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. All right. So now you notice on this right-hand side, I've got this expedition available. And this was shown with a little icon on the map right here. Almost looks like that X for expedition, right? Good UI. Great design. All right. So we're gonna hit prepare mission because I'm getting ready to go do this. And if you've played ME2, you'll get some vibes as you scan the planet. Long story short, I can send my officers out on a mission with commandos to scavenge. Now here's what they can get. Here's what the scan revealed. There's artifacts to be had, no real major threats, and I've got a chance to escape if I need it. Only 1 retreat chance. Love a good anomaly, right? Anomaly detected. So I've got 10 commandos right now. Actually, I've got 12, but I can send 10 in as long as I have 3. Now, what you want to do for these missions, if you got your officers, and obviously you want to keep them alive, they can become injured and they can die. Now, their survival rate is shown here. It'd be either green, yellow, red. Green, obviously, they're going to survive. Yellow, they've got a chance to, and they might take some, might take some injuries. Red, they're not making it back. Of course, it's also important to look at resource extraction and commando survival. So I want to get a lot of resources. I want my commandos to survive. I want my officer to survive. Looks like Bob Lee is the choice for me. Bob Lee goes in here. We can see his health is at 66. Let's hit launch. Now this part's straightforward as can be. It's like a rolling the dice, if you will. It's like Risk. It does kind of remind me of Risk, right? Where you're essentially heading out, you hit an area, resource cache fight, you got the scrap. And I'll take you through each one of these as we get there. But now, I mean, I'm hands off, right? They're doing this for me. So to give you a little bit on what's happening here, this was my first encounter. You see it, and it was a fight, and we did all right there. And then in this one, the skill that Bob Lee has in piloting helped him avoid the danger of this area. Third area of the fight, we were good. Now we found something that we're looking for. So we'll hit continue. They'll continue on. I don't have discretion. I lost a commando that quick. Bob Lee's health is now 1 of 6. Why am I so nervous? Let's get him out of there. So this is where I can risk it, right? Bob Lee's hurt. So if my officer goes down, I'm without that officer. Like, I'd have to go purchase a new one. I'm gonna take this time to retreat. Now I've got an option here. I can bring back all the injured commandos and get none of the loot. Or I can bring back all the loot and save none of the commandos. Yeah, this is tough. I think I'm gonna leave the loot. But we found neon, scrap. This is tough. You know what? I wasn't ready for this decision right here. I'm gonna throw that out right now. I was not ready for this. I'm gonna leave the loot. We're retreating. Expedition was a failure. The team withdrew in disastrous circumstances and could not bring much back to the ship with them. Whew. That hurt. That hurt, that hurt, that hurt. Let's head out. Oh, that hurt. Sir, I'm picking up a recorded message from this beacon. Must be pre-shutdown. Looking to make a difference in your empire? Looking for a well-paying career with lifelong benefits and prestige? Then look no further. I should do that with a megaphone, right? Are we looking to make jumps in our career? And if you do, join the fleet. All right. Time has come for me to make a difference. I'm not doing that. But here's the shop that I was telling you all about. So I can purchase new officers. I don't really have the scrap to be spending right now. New weapons. I can purchase fuel and commandos. You know what? Just because I want to be stocked on fuel, I'm buying a couple of those. Thruster boost. So scientist, soldier, soldier, scientist. Proximity defense deals 2 DPS to enemies adjacent to your battleship system cells. Kind of like that. That applies to hull, right? Of course, I don't have to buy anything here. You know what? Let's hold off. We'll close. And now if I go through the system map, you see I've sort of been everywhere in this area. So I'm gonna go back to the star map. Now here's the important part. See this incoming alert? When we first started, it was at 2, now it's at 1. It's the estimated number of jumps before news of my presence reaches local rulers. Once they hear about me, they'll come looking for a fight. They will blockade systems and not let me through. So I could, if I wanted, of course, in a game like this, you would assume that you're gonna go through each system, conserving fuel as you would and ending up where you could. In this, I not only have to do things efficiently, but I have to make sure that I'm not caught slipping and end up in a fight everywhere that I go. So let's see here. Well, there's 5 things to look at here, but I don't know about. We're gonna try it. 2 anomalies, 5 different areas. We struck out in our last bit. Scrapper. You are a sight for decaying eyes, huh? Oh. I am a sight for a fight, is what I'm hearing. Right, this is a tactical pause. I know I'm gonna fight this fighter, this here. Let's just hit resume. We're just gonna send them over right now. Let's see if we can start this fight. You can go take out their squadrons bit. We're gonna make this look easy. It's gonna be slight work since we're still early game. All right, 61 scrap. We're okay. Of course, to be able to move around, I need to scavenge. Give me 3. 2 Neo and fuel recharge. I want to call it neon, but I feel like it's not that. You said loving the stream, but looking forward to see Frost. Spoilers! No, I'm just kidding. Frost will be here very soon. Glad you're enjoying it. Trust me, I'm looking forward to seeing Frost as well because I feel like I want to see somebody who's actually good at the gameplay. Either way, glad to have you here. All right. Get through this map, see what we can find. Unidentified. Damage beacon. There's some scrap to collect, but maybe not much. Picking up a church ship nearby. It doesn't see us, but that could change quickly. The church ship. Let's risk it. Let's collect the scrap. Put together a team. Oh, of course. 3 minutes. Let's attempt to collect the scrap. Ah. Lean in his mouth breathers. Hey. I'm a mouth breather. Too late, sir. Those zealot freaks are here. Oh, well, I get a fight. A ship full of infidels to punish. The Omnis favor me. Ooh, flagellations must be working, huh? Well, let's battle. You want a battle? They've got frigates. So you know what I might do? I think I might put out my drones. See, look at it. You see that massive damage bonus versus frigate? I think I'm gonna put out these drones because they're running straight with frigates. Again, it's that rock, paper, scissors bit. All right, let's start this. Let's see how we do. Alright, we're gonna take this frigate down. PDQ. Pretty darn quick. There we go. The damage is being done. Can this happen quickly before I lose anything? Yes. Wonderful. Good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. Drone Mark II Parasite, huh? What you mean? We had to fight them and you didn't get the scrap? Oh. No, I wanted the scrap. I am striking out on the scrap. Choose my destination. Actually, let's go look at these upgrades, see if I can afford anything yet. No. One retreat during age expedition, 2 retreats during age. See if I want to buy any of these yet. No, not yet. It's always tough. Strange activity in the fuel tanks room, huh? But a scrapper scum strapped with neon explosives is hiding in our tanks room. Yeah, we have to protect our neon. Or Neo N. All right, lost a bit of the hull. Negative outcome. It doesn't look like there's anything else that I really want here, and I've won again. Make sure that I don't. Make sure that I don't run out of what I need. All right, you see that alert spreading? So they're hot on my tail, so if I dilly-dally for too long, I'll be in trouble. What kind of battleship is this? You're too late. What happened? Scrappers. Oh no. Let's ask how we can help. Ask the crew what they think. Let's see. Exactly. Bunch of badass women who want to fight for us. Is there a downside? Let's accept. We are accepting the fighters. Ooh. Beautiful. Positive outcome. Let's scavenge. Oh. Oh, just one. All right, we're gonna head this way. See if we can't pick up any resources that we need. My first day on the job here. Take this scrap. Just leave me alone. Almost. You almost feel bad for that pirate. Almost. All right, so there's an expedition here. 3 commandos. Let's prepare the mission. And what did we see? Let's see, there's survival rates, the commando survival rates. I think we got to go with Officer Rousseau here. 1 retreat chance. Let's launch. Yeah, persuasion. Yeah, persuasion. Line is secured, Admiral. Nope, we've got all of our health. We're gonna continue on this bit. Oh, persuasion's working. Battleship wreckage. Lots of scrap. That's a good chunk. Oh, nothing found there, huh? Extraction point. There we go. We made it through. Because again, we've messed around and not done that. All right. So now we've got 6 of that neon fuel, 330 scrap. Let's go to the star map. I don't want to mess with this system anymore. There's a depot here. We could spend our scrap. Let's see, are we gonna get into a fight off the bat? Civilian ship, huh? Patron start a worship. This one's ours. They look kind of sick. Let's just continue on. I'm not messing with them. I don't think they. Nope, I'm not taking that fight. Way to scavenge. Okay. Let's see what else we've got in here. Planetary defense turret wreckage. Yep. We need to be a, oh goodness gracious. Expedition. Let's prepare the mission. See how I did that? Did you hear it? No major threats. Couple of artifacts. 1 retreat chance. Do I? 0 to 21% of available resources. Let's go this way. Let's launch. Oh, I am risking the commandos. It's all right though. I got discretion. No erudition though. Yeah, discretion. Yeah, scrap. Yeah, persuasion. No. Getting a little nervous. Do we continue? I think we continue. I've still got health. Yes. Yes. Extraction point. I lost 3. All right. 8 Neo in. 442 scrap. Let's go spend some of our hard scavenge scrap, shall we? Is it Imperial United? We offer competitive Omni loans and interest rates. I like in my last run, I didn't see any of them, and we've already seen, what, 3? Let's go into the shop. Let's see what they got. I'm buying fuel. I'm buying a couple of commandos. Now let's see if I want any of these. When damaging enemy battleships, steal up to 11 scrap per fight. Ooh. Massive damage on this wrist. Frigates. I don't have a cruiser yet, do I? Let's try the cruiser. We'll close this. Back to the star map we go. And we'll get to the exit. A new sector, boss. I don't want to brag, but the Neo-N child gives me a 51% chance of beating you. The who? The who? What are they working with? They're working with drones, huh? So I'm gonna change these out. I will go like this. All right, they're on their way out. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna recall them now to heal up. Ah, don't do it. No. Oh, he's down. He's down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, I'm getting worked. We are getting worked. There we go. We got one set down. Ooh, somehow, some way. All right, we're gonna have to recall this. Oh yeah, they're gonna tear them up. That's okay. All right, now let's send my frigate over this way. Weapons is hurting. We're slowly repairing. Let's see if we can take out these fighters. You can go back and attack. You can attack here. I lost my frigate. That's all right. That's all right. Oh. Tough fight. Tough fight. You've just been chatting with Frost. She's excited to join. All right, one bit's down. Let's see. Can't let him take me out. Can't let him take me out. Okay. I just needed to get rid of this ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. I need my frigate back out here. We'll let them get into this fight. All right, we're on the way. We're on the way. Units are under attack. That's okay. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have a while to wait before I can get anything out, and it's only gonna come out at half health. Ooh, no. Ooh. Get over that way. All right, let's send the frigate back out. Ah, but that's the drone. I don't want the drone to get into that fight. Oh, I might mess around and lose this. No, no, don't do it. Oh, I've been destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Game over. But the beautiful thing is, I restart. See that? All about how far I can progress. Just how far. Let me look at a thing here. Let's go like this. As we get ready, because I know we're gonna have Frost on here. Let me get the exact time, because you know what? I feel like I need the help. So we've got about 8 minutes before we get Frost in here, okay? I need the help. But I can give it one more go. Or we can just get set up. Either way, we'll make it happen. All right, go back to the gameplay, shall we? There we go. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So I gotta go back, choose my officers. I still love what Bob Lee was talking about. I still want a soldier and a spy. Yeah, each time you progress a little further. What's funny is I got further my first time playing than I did there. What type of sense does that make? Let's go up this way. The reality is I just wanted you guys to see what happens when someone perishes. That's what it was. What is it, Lieutenant? I was wondering if we might take a moment to mourn for those who have passed away on our journey so far. I feel like our journey's just started. I'm not saying we shouldn't mourn, just... Okay, the past lives. It would cost a scrap. This guy wants 1/3 of my scrap. 1/3 of my scrap to mourn. You know what? Let's see. I'll check back in with you at the when the service is over, huh? The funeral was healing, and I lost scrap. Who's gonna heal my wallet? Not that scavenge. All right. Let's see what we've got out here. Incoming message. Imperial ship, we don't get many of those our way these days. At the clinic, thank you for you. Before the shutdown, this was a hospital where we treated patients with all kinds of mental problems. Omni-inferiority complex is probably being our bread and butter. Whoa. We call it home, okay. This could be a good chance to help the officers and crew with some of their problems. Yo, I am all for the mental health love. However, we just started this run. We've had a funeral and now we're getting some mental health help. Let's see. I'm just curious to see what options I'm given. See that? Everybody's looking to take my scrap. Do I give them any scrap? What do we think? Do we give them the scrap? Send over your crew when ready. Wow. She took my scrap and then told me they were ready to fire on me. They can't recall anything, huh? They claim to recall dying over and over. Do you have any explanation for this? Anything that might shed light on this? No, no. The way that my bank account's set up, with as much as you charge me, I can't do that. Just lost that scrap. For, you know what? I better get this scrap back right here. Let's launch. Danger. Piloting. Okay. I just want some scrap. Oh, retreat. No. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, the fuel. That was clutch. That was not as clutch. We did it. We did it. We did it. 84 scrap, 3 Neo and fuel. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what? I figured that's a perfect point though for me to wrap up my gameplay session. I need some help. You know, we talked about bringing Frost into here to assist us, and from what I hear, we're ready to go. So give us just a second. We'll be right back. We're gonna get Frost ready and set up, and then we get a real pro to help us play. All right, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You guys hear that? Don't go anywhere. See you in just a second. All right, you all, we are back and we've got our special guest with us. Please give a warm welcome to Frost Ees. How goes? How are you doing today?
I am doing just fine, thank you. Thank you very much for the invite. It's lovely to be here. So let me just give everyone a wave. Hello.
Absolutely. Now I gotta ask with the name, where did it come from? Where did the name Frost Ees come from? I have a guess, but I think my guess is off.
Okay, what it is I play EVE Online a lot. I played EVE Online for like the last 6 years. And when you play EVE Online in depth, you end up having loads and loads of different tunes, loads of different characters. Mm-hmm. And I kind of ran out of sensible names, and I started naming everything after breakfast cereals. So I had like Reese Krispies, I had Honey Puffs, and then one of my tunes was called Frosties.
Okay.
So I thought I'll go with Frosties. And then I added the OP on the end just because of brand recognition, because there are some products out there called Frosties.
Gotcha.
So I added the OP. So there you go. So that's where it kind of came from.
Oddly enough, I play a ton of Destiny and other things, but they've got a pair of boots in there called Frosties, and I was like, I know this name. I love Frosties.
That's right. Yeah. That's spelled the fancy way. It was FRO FR0 5T,
That's
isn't it?
too much, right? That's too much. That's too much. All right. Well, tell us your history with Crying Suns, and as a matter of fact, I caught a YouTube video that you had put up that gave me all the information that I needed to know to start my playthrough, but yeah, give us your background on Crying Suns, what you know of it, how you got into it.
Okay, well, essentially, my channel kind of focuses on sci-fi gaming, and I keep an eye on Twitter and sort of the news feeds and all that kind of stuff. And I think it was October, November last year, that's 2019, I spotted that this new indie game was coming out, and it was strategy-based, and I love strategy-based stuff. And so I thought I'd try it out, and I managed to get hold of the game literally pretty much as soon as it was released. Mm-hmm. And I took a liking to it, and I played it for a couple of weeks, and I thought, because it's especially an indie game, sometimes there isn't kind of a lot of information like tutorials and things, and I thought I can pad that out a little bit more by providing like a beginner's guide. So I thought, why not? And I produced the beginner's guide, and it's been really interesting to see because as a YouTuber, you kind of see your videos and how well they do. And at first it was pretty quiet, and then over the course of 2020, it's been constantly getting more and more views, as I think more and more people have become aware of it.
Yeah.
That as an indie game, it's entertaining and fun, and it's got its own unique feel to it. And now, obviously, with the whole Epic Games thing, it's kind of shot right up. So it's good that the Alt Shift is getting some recognition for this game, I think.
Absolutely. All right. Well, look, you talked about that beginner's guide. I'm going to let you take this beginner, being me, through and guide me through. We've got your gameplay here ready to go. As a matter of fact, we'll throw that up now. Yeah. There it is. We hit the transition. I'm going to let you drive, and I'm going to pepper you with questions as we go, but take us through. Let's play.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I think we'll start with a new run. Okay, we'll confirm that, and we'll start everything at 0, just like we're starting a brand new game. And now we've got an intro section. I'm probably going to jump past this little intro section just because you obviously want to go and sort of get on with the actual game itself. Now, I have to say this, the storyline is really good, and I do really recommend that you really sort of look at all the content and read the kind of the storyline, as it does develop a lot throughout the game. So here we go. So now we're kind of in the main starting screen, and it does seem very overwhelming. Okay, but we have different ship types down here on the left. When you first start the game, you only have one available to you. As you complete sort of further sections of the game and complete the game completely, then you get the choice of other ships. But what we're going to do is we're going to stick with the Excelsior. Mm-hmm. And then essentially your ship is like the Battlestar Galactica. Okay, it's got squadrons of fighters, it's got big weapons, it's got loads of hull tank to it, and then it has subsystems which perform various kind of secondary roles. You then have these auxiliary systems up here, which then allow you to do further mods to it. And then each ship as well has this kind of core tech up here. So you can see when I hover over it, it says on the right-hand side, improve squadron repair time in hangars by 50%. So each ship has its own unique attributes as well, but that aren't available on other ships, and that's that core system at the top.
Okay.
Then it shows us the squadrons that we've got. So we've got 4 squadrons that we're going to start with and 1 weapon. And then what we have to do is we have to choose officers for our ship. So we're going to pop down here into the bottom right corner, and we're going to choose our officers. So our officers, they play a role in something which is going to be encounters, planetary encounters. So as your ship travels, through space on various missions, you're going to be fighting in space against other ships, and then occasionally you're going to planets and you just send crew down, or you may be encountering kind of events that happen that require certain skills. So you have to kind of pick the officers you're going to go with. Now, I normally pick Sol, who's a scientist. Unfortunately, he's not available at the moment. He's growing, so these appear to be random. You have, obviously, if you've played the game before, you have more options available to you. But I always like a scientist. A scientist comes in always very handy for things like repairs and stuff like that. So what we're getting here as well is you can see from the lethal firing, your officers can be applied to different slots in the ship. And what we can do is we can then boost our squadrons or boost our hull or boost our main gun. So we're going to grab the scientist, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pick something different. So we don't have two people that do exactly the same thing. Because then when you go onto planets, you have more of a benefit from having a mixed kind of troops to select from. So we're going to ignore this scientist. Now we get this thing called weapon sabotage, and it's like, nah, okay. Or we get Yusef here, who's a spy, and he is what we call versatile. And what this versatile means is that it'll be easier if I come onto that later on. But essentially, he's kind of a bonus officer.
Yeah.
And he basically boosts up the capabilities of another officer if he's tied in the same position as him. But that makes more sense when we get to that later.
Okay.
Right, so I'm kind of like throwing lots of stuff at you,
hey, that's fine.
but
that's
hopefully it gives you an idea. So what we'll do is we're ready to kind of start now. So we're going to jump in, and
we're there. We're in it. I
We're
guess that's
in it,
the
yeah.
best way to learn, right? Is to jump right in.
Exactly. So here we go. So we got our star map in front of us, and it's pretty straightforward. We have to get from the left-hand side, the entrance, and we have to get all over the way to this side, which is where the boss is going to be. And then we've got, points to stop off along the way. And then there's loads of different symbols. We don't have to worry too much about it. The main thing about the symbols is you get sort of the different situations. So you have, first of all, planets that you can visit. So you could see you got the Genesis Primus. You can see there's those kind of 4 arrows pointing inwards. Right?
Yeah.
Those 4 arrows, because I can't hover over it, unfortunately, because every time I move across, it disappears. Those 4 arrows mean that there's a planet to go and investigate, and that normally gives you loads of loot. So that's something that we like to favor above other things. Then what we have is we have these anomalies. Now, anomalies are just encounters that are guaranteed encounters, and maybe slightly harder than just visiting an average planet that has no anomaly associated to it. So that if you go to one of those planets, something's going to happen. It'll either be good or it'll either be bad, preferably good. So there you go. So, and we can make one jump at a time. So we're going to talk very quickly about these 3 things up in the top right-hand corner here before we start.
Okay.
First up, we have fuel. So the fuel allows you to jump not only from system to system, so for example from the entrance to Alpha Al Sud, but also once you're in the system, you can jump within that solar system to the various planets. And each time that requires fuel. So you have to make sure that you always have enough fuel to maintain your progress going from west to east on the map, because you don't want to be caught up by the enemies that are chasing you, which is this incoming alert on the left-hand side, right? Because what will happen as we start moving across the map, they're going to start chasing after us. And so we always have to kind of stay ahead of them.
Okay.
And then we also have trading beacons, which is these symbols here that you can see the 3rd one down. Okay, and you have, I've got to try and remember this, you've got the shipyard, you've got the army depot, and you've got the mercenary outpost. So each one gives you different capabilities. So I think the armory outpost gets you more squadrons, the shipyard gives you more modules for your ship, and mercenary outpost is for your mercenaries. So I kind of jumped to so many things to cover, you see. I jumped away. So we did our fuel, I explained where we're going to use the fuel and what we're going to find on these planets. Then we have scrap. Scrap at the top here in the middle, that is our currency. We deal in scrap. The world, the universe has gone to pot, and the only thing we care about now is scrap.
Just scrap.
Yeah. And then you have your commandos, and your commandos we're going to be using when we go down to the planet. And as you're going to see, these are kind of like the red shirt guys in Star Trek. They're pretty disposable, unfortunately for the commandos. So, but we will keep them stocked up, so that's fine. All right, so we're ready to go ahead now. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to look at the options. So I can go along the top here, or I can go up and then drop back down. So I think I'm gonna go up first. Yeah, we're going to go up first, and we're going to start easy. And or should we go? Ooh, decision. So the benefit here is I've got one more extra system to do. So I think what I'll do is I'll go with this one, and because hopefully I will get enough fuel that I can do all of these and still move along. Okay. So we're going to go that one, and we're going to select it. And there we go. We're going to go into warp. I love the little animation, by the way. It's really cool.
Now, when you were looking at the map, are there difficulties through the different paths that you could go? Kind of like Star Fox back in the day?
No, essentially it's more to do with the number of anomalies and the type of things that you need. So, for example, if you're desperate for squadrons, you're going to want to go a route that's going to take you through an army depot. Okay. So, your choice of route is not really dependent on difficulty. That is more as you go up through the levels, then the difficulties naturally grow with that. It's kind of it's a very roguelike game, so it's much more kind of a 90s feel to the game, and the whole sort of different difficulty paths kind of came in later in gaming, as I'm sure you know. It's kind of more in the sort of 2000s and beyond that we kind of had that kind of thing.
True.
All right, so okay, we've got an incoming transmission, so let's see what's going on. All right, well, that sounds inviting enough. He wants us to visit our little station, so we will do that.
Are you going to do it?
Okay, so, yeah, you've got to do it, right? I got invited. I have to go. I got to go and check it out. So, but what we do is, so we're going to send our commandos. It's going to take 4 commandos. So here we go. And let's form a team and check it out. It's a bit like Russian roulette at this stage.
Right.
It is for the commandos, anyway.
And yes, that 90s feel is so nice.
I know. I like the sound of the typewriter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It used to be a prison.
His name is Carpenter. It just immediately reminds me of Gone in 60 Seconds, where you had the bad guy that messed with the wood and everything.
I said 50 cars, not 49 and a half.
Yeah, that's the one. There you go.
I love that movie.
Yeah. It is a really, really good film. Okay. Right. So we're going to pull our team out. I think we're going to run away. Run away.
Yeah.
It's always a good move. Yeah. Right, come on, come back, guys. Yeah, we got everybody back. Okay, so. No. Come on, guys. I told you these guys are like the red shirts in Star Trek, right?
They come and go.
They come and go. Yeah. What happened? Did they get it? Oh, okay.
Some of us.
Yeah, some of us. Well, there we go.
Wait,
four of them, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the captain got back. All of his squad just got butchered. Poor
the
guys.
captain probably didn't tell them that he was leaving. He just left.
Yeah, he's just like sort of moonwalking out, right? Okay, so what we're going to do now is whenever you get into a new system, you get a chance to scavenge Neo-N. Okay, and before we do that, we're going to do an upgrade, right? So we can use our scrap to do upgrades. And you can see we've got the little upgrade icon up here. Mm-hmm. And right here, under subsystems, we have fuel scavenging efficiency. And so by spending 40 scrap, we add a 30% chance of getting more Neo. Now, because fuel is kind of the most valuable commodity, this is the thing you want to skill up straight away. So even before we get the fuel, we're going to trade it out now, and that hopefully is going to give us a little boost. So we're going to spend all the scrap we've got pretty much. Mm-hmm. There we go, and we've now boosted ourselves up to get hopefully more Neo. So now we've done that, I'm going to scavenge my Neo, and yeah, there we go. So we've got an extra 2. Good. Okay, so now we are going to go and put our officers in. So we've got, if you remember, our 2 officers. I believe one officer had weapon skills, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So heat sustained by systems of battleship weapons. So basically, you take heat damage on your weapons when you use them. So that's sort of really useful to have. The other guy, we really need him to be in a secondary slot, which we don't have right now. So he's kind of going to be a bit of a spare guy at the moment. So we'll just pop him in there for the time being. But he'll come into his own once we add more slots.
Okay.
But just so we don't forget to put them in there. And then we're going to go to our local system map, and we will do the planetary thing afterwards. Let's see if we can get a fight going, because obviously everyone wants to see that bit, with the kind of the real-time strategy side. So here we go. Pirate battleship. Good. We're good to go, I think. Yeah.
Pirates everywhere.
Nice of him to let us know.
Almost like there's a sign.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. So we got our battleship grid here. So once again, quick little overview. One of the things is kind of a semi-real-time strategy. So whilst it happens in real time, you could pause it at any time. And so generally when you fight, you kind of wait for things to play out. And then when you think you're at a key moment, you pause it, make all your movements, and then play it out some more. So the things we need to look at are hulls. So this is our tank. We've got 2 hulls, one hull at the moment for worth of 110. He's got 50. He has got 2 squadrons of fighters. And he has a weapon, which is the same weapon as we have. Okay? So we have a few more squadrons than him. And he's got battleship shielding, so he absorbs more damage. And he also is fully charged spawns. Okay, so he's got some pretty good squadron setups there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch... he can only launch 1 squadron at a time, though, while we can launch 2. So he's going to be launching a fighter. So what we want is we want something to fight against fighters, which is the frigate. So we're going to grab that, and then we're just going to pop it just somewhere pretty close by. Now, when you are... So there you go, left click. When you are using your fighters, especially early game, you do not want to send them across the map. You can send your fighters to attack this battleship, but you really want to keep them close to you so you can pull them back in for repairs, as you don't have many and you can't afford to lose them.
Gotcha.
And then what we'll do is we will, if we right click on there and then we click back, we can select drones. So I think what we'll do is we'll put some drones out and we're going to put them in the asteroid fields. I put them into the roids. Basically the asteroid field absorbs a lot of the damage. And so therefore they're protected. Wow. Hopefully we can do a sneak attack with them. And then we're pretty much good to go. So our weapon takes time to charge. You see it says it's got a delay of 22 seconds. And we're going to start. And we're going to let these guys come out. There we go. So we've arrived. We're going to let this play out. I'm going to wait till they get a little bit closer. Right, now, you see at this point, they're going to come here and these guys are going to engage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my frigates in. And then that way, they're going to get attacked from both sides at once. So obviously we do double the damage on them. We get them kind of, we get them properly pincer movement on them.
Not to mention
I'm going to
that
check these
does
as well.
Bonus damage, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And here we go, they're now getting involved. There we go, we took no damage at all, good. So now we're about to shoot our weapons. So you can see our weapon time is coming down. There we go, it's going to be, okay. So weapon is ready to fire. So we have a choice now as to where we fire this weapon. So we can damage their weapons, we can damage their squadrons or damage their hull. Now, because they can only release 1 squadron at a time, there's no point in attacking the squadron bay because we've got 2 squadrons out to be able to take care of them. So we're going to go straight for their hull and try and do damage to their hull. So, they attacked our frigates, but we tanked it, so that's fine. And you can see their squadrons now coming out. So this time they brought out fighters. So my drones are weak against fighters. So we're going to pull these guys back. So we're going to take them home. So if I right click, is it right click? I'm trying to remember now.
Yes, I think it's if you right click in the squadron.
There we go. Yeah. Quick little mind blank there. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so there you go. So they've gone back in. These guys do fine against fighters. So as these guys are back, what we're going to do is we're going to launch our fighters and pop them in here, and then hopefully they'll arrive at the right time. We've got some reinforcements arriving as well. Okay, we're going to shoot our gun again, so we're going to fire that on the hull. Okay, we're not doing any damage to the hull. Is that because he's getting...
He absorbed it.
Yeah, but okay, yep, so that means that we're going to have to send our squadrons over there. Okay, now what we've got here, okay, these guys do massive damage against frigates, so we want to get these guys back in, and what we're going to have to do is he's only going to run out of squadrons after this, so if we can keep these guys alive, come on, get back.
Get there.
There we go. Okay, right, so we're going to launch, what have we got? We're going to launch some drones. And the moment we take out these guys, then we should be fine. Okay, we're going to launch some more drones. Yeah, let's launch these guys as well. And then what we're going to try and do is we're going to use our gun as well, probably to just try and finish these guys off. Okay, all right, so now they've got no squadrons, so essentially they're almost defenseless. Okay, so he wants the truce actually, which is bizarre because we were taking most of the damage at this point. So we're going to accept this. So we're just going to take the scrap and we're going to take the 3 commandos.
Is there any advantage to declining the truce and continuing to fight?
Absolutely, yeah. If generally you can get more loot. I was a little bit concerned about the fact we weren't damaging his hull. It's not something I remember seeing. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to err on the side of safety at this point. But yeah, if you're in a really good commanding position, then it makes sense just to keep on going, and that way potentially you get more loot. But I was a little bit concerned about this squadron not looking too healthy. So I thought, you know what, let's play on the side of caution on this one. So let me grab a drink.
No, absolutely, please.
Okay, so we've done that, and now we can move on. So we will now go to the planetary defense. And here now we're going to send our troops down to the surface. Oh.
Meta lens upgrade, huh?
I'm not quite sure what... navigation scanner, okay. Well, that's handy. So that means that's a mod that we don't have to buy anymore. This allows us to see on that star map. It allows us to see further in on the star map. So now we can we can see. I think is it one more jump in? Yeah, we can see a little bit further in. I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
it's
you kind of
right here.
determine where you want to go
Scanner.
from an extra jump
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see current level 2 shows stellar information up to 2 jumps away. Right, so we're not going to upgrade yet because we're still low on scrap. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare our mission, and now we do a scan. Then we get presented with some options, and we have to then choose which option is the best. So depending on the number of officers you have, you can see each officer here can lead the expedition. Now straight away you're seeing some red here. So what this is saying is that clearly Jan Silva is the person you need to send on this mission, because your officer's going to survive, got a green tick. We are then going to get 75 to 100% of the resources, and we're only going to lose 0 to 2 commandos. Whilst if we send in Yusef is going to make a complete hash of it. He's going to get at best half the resources, and he's going to get everybody killed. So we're going to leave Yusef at home, and we're going to pick Jan to take this mission, I think. And then we're going to launch our expedition. And I'm kind of very YOLO. So with the expedition, you get opportunities to extract from the mission. But I'm kind of in the belief of if you're going to do these expeditions, you might as well just go all in and take the consequences. So now you can see that sometimes we're getting like a little green tick, or we're getting a little red like blur. So we've got the engineering. This is based on the skill sets that you can see here. So this Jan Silva had yet the engineering skill set. And so that's what allowed them to get the bonus. That's how it decides whether you get a kind of green tick for resources or a yellow tick or a red tick, is the abilities of the officer that you sent in. So it looks like we've got an extra weapon there as well. What I like about the planetary stuff is a lot of the times you can get extra officers. which then gives you more opportunities to have different options when you go down to a planet. And so therefore, I find these are always worth doing. But you have to keep yourself stocked up on commandos because generally you lose a few. But we're doing okay at the moment. Look at that. Louise, Bertrand, and Shema, they all did fine. So
They made it.
we're going to continue. Yeah, we're not quite there yet, but we're so far so good. And we're doing good on scrap as well. Look at this. So, extraction point. There we go. We got out. So that was better than usual. I'm one of these people that's not naturally lucky. So I always assume that when I see the stats, I always look at the worst possible stats because that's what's going to happen to me normally. So
yeah. Oh, I 100% wholeheartedly agree.
Okay, so good. So we've got like 162 scrap now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some upgrades. And we're going to do our fuel scavenging efficiency. So we get that up to max. And then what we want to do generally is we want to do additional hull structures. So as you saw, those hulls, they can be knocked back pretty hard. Mm-hmm. Now, the two things you got the three options here that make a big difference. The heat capacity is pretty good as well. But you've got additional hull structures, which gives you a whole extra hull. And then you've got hardened hull. Now, hardened hull is cheaper, right? It's only 50 scrap. But all it does is give you an extra 15 health on your 110 health. Whilst this one gives you a whole 100 health. So the hardened hull is only something you consider once you've got all your hull structures in place. Then you move on to the hardened hull. Gotcha. Because then that bonus applies to all of the hulls, not just one of them. Okay, and the hull integrity will want probably that or the squadron system support when we want to use when we get another officer and we want to put two together, that's when we use the hull integrity support or any of the support options. Okay, and then your heat capacitor is your ability to take damage. So, you basically, you have thermodynamics in this, and when you take damage, your stuff can overheat. Mm-hmm. So that's something to also, is worth considering a little bit later on. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our additional hull structures, and then we're pretty much good to go again. So we're going to check our map, and we've got one more planet to visit. We're fine on Neo fuel, so we're good. So we might as well just complete the solar system. By the way, everyone that's watching, do pop into chat and say hello. I always like to say hello back. I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. So you don't have to be shy. It's a friendly place here. Yeah, and it gives me a chance to say hello by name.
Don't let me be the only one learning. Ask your questions.
Okay. Too. Oh, okay. Well, right. Well, someone here likes our sexy tech. Okay. Right. So, we've got to fight. Good. So hopefully this time I'll be able to punch through their armor. Okay, so we're going to have a quick little look again. Okay, they've got 4 squadrons this time. Once again, they can only release 1 squadron at a time, but they have no gun. Okay, so the moment we keep these squadrons under control, then we're pretty good. And then we're going to look at this thing here. Okay, so this is an anti-squadron defense battery. So this will shoot at squadrons depending on who owns it. So what we're going to want to do is we want to take ownership of that. So we're going to take our drones and we're going to pop them right next door. And then he's launching fighters. So we want a frigate for that one. So we're going to change that and do a frigate. I'm going to pop him in the asteroids. And then so we're going to capture this squadron defense battery. And then that's going to help protect us. So here we go. I'm going to launch it. Everything's going to launch. Okay, timer comes down. Now, is that capturing it? I should be capturing it. Let me move him here just in case. No? Okay. All right, well, let's just send these guys in and just
it looks like they're capturing it. I see that flag moving.
Is the flag moving, yeah?
Yeah. There you go. Now it's activated.
Oh, there we go, yeah. Yeah, I could have sworn there's more of an animation than that, so I was just panicking a little bit there. So I was okay. Okay, all right, so let's pause that quickly. We're going to shoot the hull. Come on, do damage this time. There we go. Now we're doing damage to the hull. That's more like it. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to stand our ground. We're going to pull these guys back.
So once you've captured, you can remove the drones from there?
Yeah, and now it's done its job, unless they come back and capture it. But for the meantime, they're going to be aiming for us. So as you can see, we're in a really commanding position now because they've got no guns. We've got our guys down here defending. We've got this battery defense as well. So we can just keep taking shots at the hull. And yeah, we pretty much secured this one, I think.
Very nice.
Yes, this one ran a lot more smoothly than the first one. The
Very
first
much
one was
so.
definitely a warm-up.
The turtle defense kicks
we
in.
Yeah.
All right, so
There
what
we
do the
go, let's do
icons mean that I see next to the hole that are sitting there flashing? It looks like heat, and it looks like a defense is down on the enemy
Okay.
hole.
Oh yeah. So we've got a critical effect. Okay. So because they've got fire in the system, they're basically dealing damage to the officers as well. And yeah, so the officers are in a bad way basically. So the hull integrity is damaged to the point where the officers being affected as well.
Gotcha.
So we're just going to finish this off. There we go. So there you go. 55 scrap. And we're good.
And we're good.
Okay, so far so good, right? I'm not kind of sort of rushing through things. It's hopefully all
no.
making sense. So now we've completed the whole local system map. So what we can do is we can now move forwards. So we are going to go. We've only got one place we can go. So it's to Omega Alphanar. We have a secret military base and we have an army depot. So we may get the opportunity to buy some stuff. Excuse me.
Awesome.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're getting a question here.
Right.
Okay, do we need a hyperventilate? Okay, this is where they want us to donate, I think. Okay, so that means we have to give up one of our squad. Yeah, but we've got an army depot though, haven't we? So we could potentially replace it. Oh, and the other thing is that we don't lose the whole squadron; it just becomes patched, so we can repair it when we go to the station.
And that's only what, 20 scrap, right, to repair, or is it 50?
I think it's 20. But hey, we're being nice as well, okay? We are the heroes of this story, okay? I decided I'm not going to be a mean one. I'm going to play this as the good guy, I think. So
all right.
I'm going to be charitable and honourable. And even if we kind of lose a little bit out on the deal, I think I'll be able to sleep tonight knowing that Leia was helped. So so there you go. Let's okay, there we go. So we've kind of messed up one of our fighters, but it was for a good cause.
Absolutely. And you have the
there you
chance to
go.
repair it soon.
There you go. See, we're generally a good guy. See? There we go.
No prisoners here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, did she not pay us the scrap?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, she was clearly having a blonde moment,
She
right?
was so excited about the fact that you were so nice that she said your generosity should continue.
Apparently so. Right. Okay. We're gonna. We've done all upgrades for our fuel scavenging. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna scavenge our Neo. Let's see how we do this time. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we got all the Neo now. We are good.
Very nice.
We have 72 scraps. So is there anything particularly? The squadron dock recovery is nice because it repairs your ships a little bit faster. But I'm a little bit low on scrap, and I know we've got the army depot, so I'm going to leave it for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the map, and we're going to go to the secret military base, maybe lose a few commandos, and then we'll go to the army depot and then resupply, I think.
That's all right. We can let the red shirts go.
Right. Okay, so the Mori Marwim copulation is out of control. Yeah, we're gonna ask him what that is. What is a Mori Marwim? Okay.
Oh yeah. It enters
that's
paralyzes its victims. Whoa.
I'm glad I didn't. Up until now, I was glad I didn't know what this was. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep at night. If I do a good deed and then I get this, honestly, really.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it doesn't stop there.
We're not done.
No. Okay. So then you become mummy to the parasites.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. They're gonna want some help here, and I think they deserve it, right? Yeah. We're We're going to give them the scrap. You know what? It's like
Scrap. I'm gone.
yeah. I just want to be as far away from this planet as I
You said
can.
what for?
Yeah. Oh, but what are you trying to help people at the moment?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Some bitter people out there in space, right?
Wow.
Okay, right. Wow. Yeah, okay. Good luck with your Ma wins or Mom wins. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. All right, so let's just go to the planet now, and hopefully we won't meet these creatures along the way. So.
I love how this game has so many different, not to call them mini games, but different types of games built in. Not only is the whole thing a roguelike, then you've got the RTS bits, and then even the scanning and the execution of planet expeditions is very different.
Yeah. It's very different, and I actually did a bit of DMing with the developer when it first started. He's a French guy, I think, and it has that kind of real French sci-fi feel to it. You know, the really atmospheric music and kind of the deep story and everything. And yeah, that's the thing I like, especially as you progress through the game. You know, when you first start playing, it is very much, you know, just going through these kind of mini games and everything, and then it gets further into the game. You get hooked into the story, and it's like, no, I need to move on now. I need to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So yeah, I highly recommend it, even just from that aspect. And it's a game you can kick back in. You know, you're not against the clock. It's not sort of frantic with a controller. You know, you can just enjoy the story, take your time. It's like picking up a book, you know, and going on a bit of an adventure. Talking of which, we need to take care of this. So once again, we have this time Jan isn't looking too clever. And we will only use between 0 and 3 with Yusef. So this is what I was saying about having officers with different skills, because then obviously it gives you different options when you do these planetary extractions. So we're going to go with Yusef, and hopefully Yusef will look after the commandos. Better than I have done so far, because I've lost like 3 or 4 already.
Only four.
Only 4. Oh, there we go.
All at once.
Okay, so we managed to fight. So we're good at fighting, so that's something, which is what you hope from your commandos, right? Oh, look, we've got some more fuel as well. Wow, okay.
Danger avoided.
And there was a lot of fighting involved on this one. Everyone's a fight. Oh, there we go, hack. Okay, well, so far we're 2 out of 3 commandos, so it's not too bad. We're doing okay on scrap. We're going to continue. Secret military base. Come on, give me something good. What do I get? Ah, we get some more squadrons. So there you go. That's the karma, you see, for helping out with my other squadron. There you go. They came back. The karma came back. There we go. All right, extraction. So good. So we got ourselves an extra squadron there. So that's excellent. And there were cruisers as well. So they're even bigger than the frigates. So we did good there, I think. So let me check the frigates. Can I see it from... I'll worry about that later. What we'll do is we'll go to our depot now. And then we'll decide if there's nothing we want from the depot, we'll spend the scrap on upgrades instead.
Okay.
All right. Oh. Looks like we might have a fight on our hands before that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite to the point. Yeah. Okay. Well, Vorez does not mince his words.
All 4 of them.
All right, so all 4 of them. Very good. Right, okay, so once again, quick little look. They got 1 officer. Everything's all about the squadrons. They got 8 squadrons. They've only got 1 hull. They've got no main weapon. And we now have our cruisers, which take more damage at short range, but they basically fight everything. So potentially we can use those to go and attack the hull, but we're going to keep them back because we've got fighters, so we need a frigate for that, which we've got, and then we've got drones, which we're going to need to protect with our fighters. So we're going to put our fighter in here. We're going to try and grab this anti-battleship battery, so that'll be handy, because then that can start doing damage to the ship whilst we're focusing on shooting these squadrons. I can't remember if I had. Did I get another? I got another weapon, didn't I? So, okay, that creates decay damage. So you can see it's an area of effect. So you can see the impact zone. It kind of affects an area there. That's that little kind of set of red dots. While the other one is a single dot. So that's an area effect weapon. That will be much more useful later on when you've got like 3 or 4 squadrons out at once, and you're trying to cover a whole area. But for now, we're just going to stick to our piercer laser.
Okay.
We're going to put in our fighters. We're going to put in our fighters right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put up, because we've got these drones, drones that are going to potentially damage our frigates. We're going to pop them in the asteroids for now, and then we can pull them out if we think we can engage with the fighters against the drones, so that they don't take any damage from the drones.
All right.
And then we're good to go.
Let's see.
All right, so let's see. So depending on which way the drones go, so I want the drones. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and get the fighters to. Let's cancel that. Come on, go.
You want the fighters to take on the drones, right? Since the drones are especially
that's
good
right.
against
And
the
then
frigates.
exactly. So I'm keeping these guys hidden in the asteroid belt till then, and then when these guys come in to engage, I'll send out the frigates to them. So there you go. So they're going to take that on now. I'm going to bring these guys around this side, and then they're away from. Okay. Oh wow, those guys took a lot of damage. So we're going to get these guys home. Oh, yeah. I was just checking to make sure we see if we're ready to fire our weapon. So there you go. We can fire our weapon. We're going to go straight for the hull again. Early game, you always go for the hull. Once you get later in the game and the fights are going to last longer, then you kind of concentrate more on doing damage to, let's say, the squadrons or to the main weapon. You prioritize a lot more. But early game, you keep your, as I said earlier, you keep your squadrons local, use your big gun on the hull, and then that way you make a lot faster progress. Okay, we've got some drones coming out. So I want to bring out. I'm going to bring out our own drones. We're going to pop them there. And then I'm probably going to bring these guys. They're going to get caught. I'm going to go this way, I think. And then that way, I can now get these guys to go the bottom way around so they don't get caught by the drones. There we go.
Wonderful.
Okay.
That was wonderful. What a play.
Okay, so these guys are not looking too healthy, so they're going back now. So this is why you keep things close to home. You can just keep flipping your squadrons around and making sure you're keeping everything nice and healthy. In fact, we're going to keep these docked for now until we know what squadrons are going to be released from here. So it kind of gives us an advanced warning. So we're getting, once again, fighter and drone. So we're going to want to fight that. We're going to bring our cruisers out, actually. Let's bring out the big guys. And so we'll bring out our cruisers, pop them there as well. And we can shoot our weapon. Okay. Wow, they just took him out in one shot. Yeah. See, that was good. That was good. That was good that we got the cruisers. They take a little while to recharge, but they do the damage. Right, so I think we've pretty much got this now. I can't see them pulling this back. Yeah, we've almost gone through that hull.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, they're trying to undercut us now. So I think these guys will probably hit them in one shot anyway. If not, we'll just draw them back. Oh, yeah, but they're not good at short range. So.
At least you got the hit on the hull.
Yeah, I got the hit on the hull, so that's fine. But yeah, potentially my cruiser was running into problems there because the drones got right on top of them. But we're good to go. Okay. So now we're good on scrap. We're going to visit the shop. Oh, nice little explosion of ship. Explosions are good, right? Gives me a chance to have a sip of my drink while going.
As long as it's not you exploding.
I don't know. Sometimes if you've got to go down in flames, then it's worth it. But that's the mentality of playing EVE Online. When you're losing your ship and it's worth billions, and you go, well, at least it was a nice explosion. You have to validate it, right?
Yes.
Right. So we are going to buy some commandos. All right. So we're gonna stock up on our red shirts. Oh, there's only 2 available for sale. The Wraith are really good. These guys are kind of stealthy, and they can hide, and so they do more. If you can get them in place at the beginning, and the enemy comes to you, you can catch them by surprise. You do extra damage, and they're really good. There's also some other fighters that actually warp, which are by far the best ones. I'm trying to remember what they were called. But yeah, if you find some that warp, they're great, because when you get further in game and you want your fighters to actually attack the battleship, you can warp there and warp back, which means it doesn't take you ages to get backwards and forwards to the battleship. So one to look out for. I'm trying to remember what they're called though. It will come to me. So I think we're okay for... No, let's buy some fighters, and then we've got 2 sets of fighters. We don't need any fuel, so we're good. And then I think we've kind of used up everything. What we'll do is we'll do our squadron dock recovery, and that will increase the time of recovery for our squadrons. And I think we're good to go. Yep, there you go. So that's pretty much everything done. We've done the whole area of the map. We haven't got many officers yet. Normally, by this stage, I've normally got a couple of officers. And that's the thing. Every time you play the game, things work out differently.
Yeah.
You never know quite where you stand with it. So now, as you can see the alert on the side here, you can see that it started. So there are 2 jumps behind us at the moment. And this is why you have to keep moving right, because if these guys catch up with you, the battles are ridiculously hard, and you will most likely lose. So this means that I'm forced into not being able to go backwards. If I try and travel backwards to the Mayam system, they will catch up with me. And so it kind of forces you to keep moving forwards. So now I have to make a choice as to whether I go this way. Now, the Omniforge is something that allows you to upgrade your squadrons. So if you've got loads of scrap, then that's worth considering, that you can buff up your squadrons. Mm-hmm. Then we have this route takes us through 2 planets, and as we know, we get lots of loots from planets. If we go this way, we get an army depot and we get the Omniforge. But this way, we've got more stuff. We get the anomalies, we've got 2 anomalies, and we get 2 expeditions. So for me, this is the route to go. We could also go this way and up, and because there are actually 2 systems behind us at the moment, we can afford to make a detour of 1. So we could go up to Kepler.
Okay.
And then go round. But the problem is, I don't know what's here and whether there's anything kind of real value. And I know what I'm here. At least I get 1 anomaly, and I also get the 2 planets. Well, this side I only get 1 planet. So I think I'm going to go down here and go to Horus B and then to Nur as my option. So we're going to go that way. Oh, Niall, when the penguins get involved, yeah. Sometimes when I stream, penguins are always a thing. So I don't know how it came about, but we always mention penguins.
It doesn't matter how it came about. You just got to have penguins.
Penguins are cool. Penguins are cool. Yeah. And in fact, before I start my stream, I normally do like a live feed of like an aquarium. Because there's loads of YouTube streams of aquariums, so I always start my stream with a bunch of penguins walking around, so
nice.
Keep everyone entertained while they're waiting. All right, so we've got some kind of station. Okay. Oh, I'm an imp now. Okay. Okay. All right. That's unfortunate, having a lifespan of 25 to 26. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be around at that point. But,
I'd be long done.
All right, should we attack this scrapper station? You know what? No, we continue on apparently. I was ready to attack. I'm very warlike at times. Yeah. Especially as I've tried being nice to people and they just steal from me and forget to give me my scrap and kill my commandos. So, I'm feeling a little bit more aggressive now.
All right.
Okay, all right. So we didn't do so well on the fuel now, but I think we've got plenty to be able to make it to the final boss. I don't think we'll make it in the hour, but we definitely on the right track. So let's look at our map very quickly, and we're going to go to our secret military base. Okay. What do we get?
Give me an advert.
Yeah. Right. So we only need 3 commandos. We have plenty of commandos. I've actually done quite well this time on commandos. I normally lose like most of them by this stage. So okay. Once again, it's a very clear choice as to which one we're going to go for. You know, sometimes you know they're a little bit more subtle. That you know, it's like, well, I will lose more commandos, but I will get me more resources. But as you've seen, the choices we've had so far have been kind of pretty much, you know, a no-brainer. So we're going to go with Yusef, and we're going to head off with our spy, and let's see if he brings home all the goodies. All right, let's go. All right, let's speed it up a little bit. Can I speed it up? There we go.
Danger avoided. Danger avoided. Success.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, more squadrons. I probably need to buy a squadron dock, I think. Now I've got so many squadrons. I think that's where I would focus. So I'll wait till this is finished. I've still got all my guys as well. Look at this. Wow.
Okay.
Look at that 100% success rate.
That was
Go
wonderful.
Commandos.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. And I got some Fighter Mark IIs as well. So looking at this situation, kind of moving on further in the game, what I would do is I would focus on these squadrons because that's clearly where I've got the most bonuses. So I would probably try and add additional squadron docks. They're really expensive, but I would try and add one of those so I can get 3 squadrons out at once. I would make sure I get my squadron system support so that when I get another officer, I choose an officer with squadron skills. And then I get my +1 skills from my guy here. And then obviously they'll do the recovery as well so I can sort of flip them in and out faster. So the way this game would progress for me at this stage would be very much to focus on squadrons rather than my big main weapons. Now, we've done that, so we're going to go and do Horus B. Oh, we've got company. There we go.
Scrapper. Oh, sounds like a fight.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. And now we've got our super duper fighters, haven't we, and stuff. So we should wipe the floor with this. So what have we got? They're bringing out 2 fighters. So I think we should bring out that cruiser again. That cruiser is just insane. So we're going to put the cruiser and we're going to pop him. Let's pop him in the rocks as well so he's all protected. And then we've got our Fighter Mark II, which should be doing loads of damage. There we go. So we're going to pop him out right there. And then we're just going to sit tight and sort of bring it on, right? So...
We're ready for the fight. We are absolutely ready.
Ready for the fight, yeah. All right, these guys are going to get obliterated, I think. I don't think they stand much of a chance.
Yeah, and they're only coming out of quarter health? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see them later.
Yeah, and he's only got 6 squadrons as well, so I've got a feeling that they're not going to last very long. Especially, in fact, what I'm going to do is if I move my fighters to here, okay, what I do then is it takes me a little bit longer to get them back, but they're more likely to engage at range, and then this way, this ensures that my cruiser will hit them as well. Because if they're right next to him, the cruiser can't hit. So that will keep them at bay and kind of keep them engaged at a distance. So we're going to try that and see if this tactic works. Watch, these guys are going to try and fly around. Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. That's fine. Hopefully we can engage them in time anyway. There we go. That still worked out. Oh, hang on. I've got to shoot my weapon. Boom. On the hull. And boosh. And... oh, they want to see now. There we go. They want to negotiate a truce. But I only get 14 scrap for that, and I know I'm going to get more scrap. So we're going to refuse, and we're going to keep going. I think we are in a very, very strong position here. So we're just going to...
They picked the fight, too. They picked the
yeah, they picked the fight, exactly. You know, they started it. Right, so there's only 1 squadron out. Oh, no, here we go. There's 2 squadrons. I'm going to try this again. And I'm going to go to here and see this time if I can get these guys to engage. There we go, yeah. So... no, these guys are going to come in. Oh, no, is he going to get them? No, they're too fast. Okay, so... right, let's bring these guys in. At least he'll take out the fighters, though, so that's fine. Oh, hang on, we're going to shoot our weapon. Let's do that on the hull. Well, my cruiser's not looking good at all. Let's get the cruiser home. Let's get him limping home. Oh, the asteroid field got destroyed, so he got got pretty badly damaged.
Got the brunt of that attack.
Yeah, so now we've got drones, so we want fighters, because fighters do massive damage. And we're going to bring out the wraiths. And the wraiths, as I said, they have got the camouflage option.
Oh.
And so as you can see, it says basically they take a time to get into stealth mode. Once they're into stealth, then they can't be seen, and then they do more damage when they first arrive. So here we go. So you see the clock ticking down, and yeah, they just went into stealth mode just as they came in. Then we're going to get these guys to engage as well. Right, then we're going to move them up and engage some more. Okay, and then we're going to bring these guys home.
Bring them home.
Yeah, and we're going to shoot the hull. And
that should be darn near all
that
she
should
wrote.
be enough. Yeah, they're bringing in some squadrons. We're going to see what squadrons they bring in. We'll decide what to undock. But the main thing is we've got these guys. They've got no squadrons left. Okay, so we just got to wait for our weapon to. But you can see the healing going on here. Okay, so you can. Oh, my cat's just arrived. Yeah, this is why you want to constantly try and bring your units back as much as you can. Oh, here we go. So we managed to recruit an officer. Excellent. So we got Vlad Mishra, which is even better than getting scrap. There's Vlad. Vlad is a scientist and also has a, you can see that I can't hover over him, but at the bottom you can see that his skills apply to the weapons. So now, ideally, I've got now 2 guys that have got weapon skills, so I'm going to have to potentially try and open up that slot as well. What I really want is someone with squadron skills or someone with hull skills, but it's the luck of the draw, so there you go. Right, so I think we're pretty much there on time, right?
We are there. You can tell me, look, you can tell me if you want to go through the boss battle, because I think you're right there. If not, you've given us a wonderful amount of tips.
No, I'm 2 jumps away still, so I think it's going to take us a little while to get there.
Ah, drat.
So, I mean, I can do at least one more. If we've got anything we can do locally. Yes, this is all visited, but yeah, on the star map now, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm still in Omega, so I'd have to go to Horus and then to Nur and then finally get to there.
Okay.
So
that's a perfect spot then. That's a perfect spot for us to go ahead and wrap up. And it's been wonderful having you take us through this. I got to say, I've learned so much.
Thank you very much.
I watched the video, but hearing it and watching it and interacting live is phenomenal. You are truly a genius.
Oh, no, you're too kind. But, so I kind of end up talking quite a lot as well when I'm on stream, so I didn't give you much chance to get a word in edgeways, so I do apologize.
Whoa, no apology needed. I get to do this each and every week. Enjoy the plug every Wednesday here from 12 to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
But having you on, this was your show. So I'm thankful for it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Right, but once again, thank you very much for the invite. To everyone that was watching, thank you very much for watching. For all of you that are watching on VOD, thank you for watching that too. And yeah, see you again at some point, hopefully.
See, just like that, my job is done for me. The perfect toss. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Until then, have a good one. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.